Today we are building this scroll reveal section where images clip path open one after another and the text beside them update in sync with whichever image is currently visible. We'll build this from scratch with GSAP and ScrollTrigger, dig into the onUpdate callback and progress, and I walk through a flicking bug that trips almost everyone doing scroll sync text, and exactly how to make it perfect. Let's start with the markup. We have got a main and a footer just to give the page room to scroll. Those aren't important. The real focus is this revealed section. Inside it, we have got 5 reveal image elements stacked on top of each other and a reveal text wrapper holding 5 reveal text blocks, 1 per image, each with a number, title, and a short line of copy. And let's move to CSS. First, some baseline typography and color variables and some spacing stylings. Nothing GSAP related yet. Now the important part, we make a revealed section fully viewport height and position relative, because our images are going to be positioned absolutely inside it. Each image gets positioned absolute, width and height, so they all stack directly on top of each other in the same spot. We also dim them with brightness 70%, so our white text stayed readable once it's layered on top. Here's the trick that makes this whole effect work, which clip path. By default, every image is clipped down to nothing, invisible. Expect the first one which start fully visible, because that's the state we want on page load before any scrolling happens. Same idea for text, stacked absolutely, position at 50 viewport height, so it's vertically centered in the viewport. All text start hidden, expect the first one, matching our first image which starts revealed. Now we are ready for GSAP. Let's write the animation that reveals every image expect the first, since the first one already visible by default. If we preview this alone, you will see all 4 images clip open one after another automatically. But we don't that on page load. We want it tied to scroll. That's what ScrollTrigger is for. Scrub one here links this animation's progress directly to scroll with its effect. And for our end here, the plus equal adds to the start position. So we are planning this section for 4 viewport heights of scroll, matching our animate images one screen of scroll per image. It's wrapped in a row function, so ScrollTrigger recalculates if the viewport size changes, like on row size or mobile rotation, instead of locking in a stale number from page load. And synchronize our texts with their images. Now the trickiest part, getting text to switch as each image reveals. We'll use onUpdate, which fires every time ScrollTrigger progress changes, and self progress, which is number from 0 to 1, representing how far we are through the whole pinned scroll. Here's where some quick math comes in. Each image takes 1 duration until to reveal, and our total timeline is 4 units long. We want text 2 to appear right when image 2 reveal across the vertical center of the screen. That's the midpoint of its reveal at 0.5 units in. To convert that into a progress fraction, we set up simple ratio if 4 units of timeline equal 1 for progress, then 0.1 units equal what? 4 corresponds to 1 and 0.5 corresponds to x. So x equals 0.5 divided by 4 equals 0.155. That's where 0.155 comes from. Same logic for text 3. Its image's midpoint is at 1.5 units. So 1.5 divided by 4 equals 0.375, and so on for each one. With that, we can write our conditions. The final else handles the case where image 2 hasn't reached the center yet, meaning text 1 should still be showing. Now watch how it happens when I scroll through this. See this flickering? OnUpdate doesn't fire once per section. It fires dozens of times per second while scrolling. Every one of those calls, as long as we are inside a matching range, retriggers the fade tween, even if we are already showing that exact text. So instead of one clean fade, we are stacking dozens of restarting fades on top of each other. The fix is simple. Track which text is currently active and only run the fade if that's actually changed. Now the fade only fires once per section crossing. Much better. One issue is this logic only works for exactly 5 images. Add or remove one and all of these numbers break. So instead of hard coding them, let's calculate them from how many images we actually have. And instead of long if-else chain, we leap through the thresholds and find the last one we have crossed. Last but not least, update our end. So with our logic now, it works no matter how many images you add or remove later. One last detail to make this feel more polished: a subtle upward drift on each image as it reveals, running in parallel with the clip path using GSAP greater than position parameter. And that's the full effect. Clip path reveals, scroll scrub pacing, sync text with no flicker, and parallax finish. Try swapping in your own image and copy. And if you build your own version, drop it in the comments. I would love to see it. If you want more creative development like this, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.